Domestic violence can happen to anyone. It happens regardless of your age, gender, sexual orientation, educational or occupational background. Domestic violence occurs in every racial, ethnic, and religious group. It doesn't matter how much money you make or where you live. Friends, family, and coworkers who witness or even suspect that this is happening to someone they know may be at a loss for how to help. You may feel that talking about the issue is overwhelming, scary, or none of your business. But the good news is there are many ways to reach out to someone you're concerned about, to let them know that you're there to help.
All right, so what do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing, because you already told her twice.
Sal.
That's funny, right?
Sal.
What?
I can't believe it just said that.
Why? Don't you get it? I don't think he gets it. Two
I
black
get
eyes.
it. It's not funny. The thought of a woman being beaten up is funny, is ignorant. I know you're not ignorant. What if the woman with two black eyes was your sister? Did you think it was funny then?
Babe.
So, Claire, how did you make out with your sister?
I left my partner not because I didn't love him, but because I couldn't take it anymore. And it would have been very difficult, if not impossible, to leave if it wasn't for my family and my coworkers. His controlling behaviors were subtle at first. Then it turned into harassment. And then harassment turned into stalking. If my daughter and I went out for the day, he would find out where we were going and he would follow us. And then he would cause a terrible scene. He needed to know where I was and who I was with every moment of the day. He called me a lousy parent. He said I was pathetic and a loser. There were many days that I was late for work. And there were days that I couldn't go at all. I was so exhausted from being up all night. I was making so many mistakes. Because of my time and my attendance and then my performance issues, I was so frightened I was gonna lose my job. One of my coworkers saw what was going on with me and she reached out to me. She didn't tell me what to do. She just let me know she was there if I needed help. He did his best to keep me away from my family and my friends. My mother and my sister both expressed concern for me constantly. They too let me know that they were there if I needed help. Things started getting worse at home. He gave me an allowance to run the house. Okay, no big problem. Then he canceled my cell phone service and my credit cards. When I tried to talk to him about it, he blew up. He threw a frying pan across the room and it hit my daughter. It was then that I knew this had to stop. If not for my sake, for her sake. That was it. What could I do? I remembered that one of my coworkers suspected that I was in trouble. So I reached out to her. She listened to me. She did not question me. She did not judge me. She gave me the number to the domestic violence hotline and a booklet with very helpful information. She also reminded me that our company had a domestic violence in the workplace policy that outlined and showed how they could help if I needed assistance. Although I was terrified of what would happen if I did move forward, or what would happen if I didn't, my coworker took the most important step in reaching out to me. Although I had a lot of decisions and choices to make, the information and the support that she gave me, it just made me feel like there was another life out there for me. She gave me hope. She gave me hope. If you suspect that anyone that you work with might be a victim of domestic violence, please, please reach out to them. Your offer of help will be remembered if and when they need you.
What's up?
Just talking about my sister. By the way, thanks for all your help.
Oh, no problem. You did all the work. How are things?
So far, so good, you know? One day at a time. She's out of that mess and starting to put her life back together. I still can't believe that it happened in my own family, but she is doing better. I'm just glad that we reached out and did something. I'm glad that we let her know that we were there to help.
Yeah, it's very important. Sometimes these situations end badly. You did the right thing.
It was tough. She was in denial. She made excuses for his behavior. She even told me it was none of my business, but I'm glad I didn't give up. She's in a good place today.
Hey, Claire. You know, a friend in my class is going through what your sister did. I want to help her, but I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to say to her.
It's okay. When it comes to domestic violence, there's no one right thing to say. There are as many ways to help as there are people who need help. And even if she gets mad at you, at least you will have tried. Besides, even if she doesn't listen to what you say to her today, she might think about it for a while and come to you when she's ready. You know, for the longest time, I didn't think my sister was listening to me. But then, when she was ready, she came to me for help. At the very least, stay connected to your friend. Let her know that you're there for her.
Okay. I can do that. Thanks.
Jill's family and Chris's coworkers knew that something was wrong and raised the issue. They let Jill and Chris know that they were there for them and pointed out resources that could help them without judgment or blame. Even Dave did something by calling out Sal when he made a joke about violence against women. Everyone can do something to take a stand against domestic violence. Domestic violence can happen to anyone, but help is available. Many organizations and professionals provide specialized resources, support, and information so that victims of domestic violence can make informed decisions. Reach out to a friend or family member if you think they're being abused. Your willingness to get involved can be a first step to safety. Don't do nothing.
But that was the worst thing that I could do. Just about the worst thing that I could do. It was just about the worst thing